Hey guys, it's Yoknicks or McDuncan as they call me. This is a TLC 2012 WWE pay-per-view. Overall, I thought this was a good pay-per-view, and if you guys ever get the chance, check it out. But yeah, let's get into this. The YouTube pre-show was the #1 Contenders Divas Battle Royal. Didn't get to watch it, but Naomi won. I thought that's good. Let's get into the actual stuff we care about. First match of the night was the #1 Contenders tables match with Rey Mysterio and Cara versus Team Rhodes Scholars. Good match, about 3 stars. This is out of 3 out of 5 stars if you didn't know. So 3 stars, it was good. Team Rhodes Scholars won with Sid and Cara. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it was a tables match, so yeah, I need to mention that. Sin Cara goes for a springboard, but Cody Rhodes pushes him into pretty much pushes him into 2 tables, just hanging out outside the ring, and he goes through them, and then yeah, Team Rhodes Scholars wins. I'm gonna guess they pick up the title sometime before or during the Royal Rumble. Next match was the United States Championship, and it's Cesaro versus R-Truth. If you've seen Survivor Series match, then this is the same match. 2 stars. It probably deserves less, but oh well. I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Antonio Cesaro won. It's the same match. Next thing that happened wasn't a match. It was a Miz TV segment, and it ends up setting up a match later tonight with the Miz, R-Truth. I don't even know why I say R-Truth. The Miz, Alberto Del Rio, and they had to find a third partner against 3MB. 3MB to start. I don't know if Ricardo Rodriguez comes out because 3MB was picking on the Spanish announce table, and then Alberto Del Rio comes out, and I don't know. Alberto Del Rio might be having a face turn, I guess. Okay, I don't care. I like to see it, but yeah, that happens. And then yeah, next thing that happened was the Intercontinental Championship. Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett. Good match, about 3 stars as well. With the opening match, match ends with Wade Barrett going for the souvenir. I know that's not what he calls it, but I don't know the name of it now, so I'm going to call it that. He goes for the souvenir, but Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise as a counter, and then Kofi wins. CM Punk was in the crowd. He was in a box, and he has a new T-shirt. It says "Knees to Faces." It looks like The Rock's Boots to Asses shirt, but it says "Knees to Faces." So I thought that was nice. He just makes fun of the Brooklyn crowd, and yeah, that's about it. Next match was a 6-man tag team TLC match with Ryback and Team Hell No versus The Shield. Holy shit. This match was fucking insane. It was awesome. I loved it. It was, wow. Shield, this was a perfect way to have the Shield make their way into the WWE. This match was awesome. I loved it. Wow. And pretty much the match the match starts up with everyone just starting beating the shit out of each other. Shield didn't get to the ring. It's technically started outside the ring. Everyone started beating each other up, and then some of the match is pretty much a Shield just picking off one person at a time. Like they put Ryback through the Spanish announce table. At one point they cover Rollins, just pretty much he spears Kane through the barricade where they have the bell, and then they pile Kane under chairs, the Spanish announce table, and the barricade, so Kane's out for the rest of the match. They had a really nice spot with they set a table up on the ring post, and then Reigns and Ambrose does a double suplex to Daniel Bryan off it. That was a nice spot. Oh, my bad. Ryback starts cleaning house, gives Ambrose shell shock, and then the Shield and Ryback start going to the entrance. They have this huge ladder, and it's pretty much tall. It was ridiculously large. I don't know how to describe it, but it was bigger than most ladders I've ever seen in WWE. But they pretty much they had Rollins climb up it, but for some reason the two Ambrose and Reigns just walk off. Ryback was set up on a table. He gets off up the table and then starts climbing the ladder, and he pushes Rollins through four. No, it was at four tables, two stacked on top of each other. Next to he like throws him through that onto the concrete. That was an insane spot, and then Reigns hits a power bomb from the top turnbuckle through a table to Daniel Bryan, and that's the match. Amazing match. I loved it. I'm gonna give it. I don't know. It's gonna be 4 to 4.5. I love that match. It wasn't like wrestling. It was a lot of wrestling. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was a spot where Ambrose picks up Daniel Bryan and does, I don't know, a body slam to him, but like he had a chair set up in between him and Daniel Bryan. So he was holding on to Daniel Bryan, and then they had a chair on the back of Daniel Bryan, and he threw Daniel Bryan in a chair on. He body slammed both of them, and that was a good. I love that, and yeah, it was a fantastic match. Loved it. Next match was the Divas Championship, Beef Torres versus Naomi. I'm going to give this, it was like 2 minutes, but for what it was good. Naomi did good. I'll give it 1.5. It wasn't that long. It wasn't bad. It was 2 minutes long, or 3, I don't know. It wasn't long. Next match was the World Heavyweight Championship chairs match with Big Show versus Sheamus. It was just an average Big Show and Sheamus match. It wasn't as good as their Survivor Series or Hell in a Cell match. It was just too slow. I don't like chairs matches. They are never interesting, but it got interesting towards the end. Big Show hits a Vader bomb onto Sheamus with a chair in between. Big Sheamus hits White Noise to Big Show onto 2 chairs. And then Big Show pulls out this huge ass chair from under the ring. Just huge, like, it's big. It's like the size of Big Show pretty much. It looked heavy as shit too. And then he just smacks Sheamus on the back of it, and he wins. So I'll give this 2.25. Wasn't really good, but oh well. Next match was 3MB versus The Miz, Alberto Del Rio, and the Brooklyn Brawler. Like, The Miz and Alberto Del Rio come out like, we got someone, he's up in Manhattan, and then they start naming a bunch of New York City districts, and then they finally say, we got someone from Brooklyn himself, the Brooklyn Brawler. And oh my god, I marked out. I thought that was awesome. The match lasted like 2 minutes. I'm not gonna rate this. It's gonna be an NA, but I thought for what it was, I enjoyed it. There's a nice spot where Heath Slater throws Alberto Del Rio on the ropes, and then Del Rio does a suicide dive onto I think Drew McIntyre, and I thought that was it looked pretty good. And then I forget who. The Miz hits the skull-crushing finale on someone, and then the Brooklyn Brawler gets tagged in and does the Boston Crab on. Okay, it was on the Jinder Mahal. My bad. He does the Boston Crab on the Jinder Mahal, and he gets the win. It was entertaining. It lasted about the same time as the Divas match, so I'm not gonna really rate it. Last match was the Money in the Bank ladder match between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena. It was a good, very good match. I don't know why it just reminded me a lot of the One Night Stand match between John Cena and RVD, mainly because of the crowd, because they had a "You Can't Wrestle" chant at the very beginning, and I just thought that was funny, and for some reason it reminded me of that. But anyways, it was a ladders match, but chairs and tables got involved, so I thought that was weird. I don't know why they just called it a TLC match. But anyways, it was good. Cena Ziggler had a sleeper hold on Cena, and Cena started climbing the ladder, and then Cena and Ziggler fell through a table. That was a good spot. Cena, there was a table leaning up against the ring post, and then Cena did a hurricanrana onto Ziggler through that, and I thought it looked weird, but I could believe it. It was pulled off good enough, and Cena didn't know Cena could do that, but yeah, the table broke, so I guess it was good. Ziggler goes for a super kick and misses. Cena hits the AA. Ziggler rolls out of the ring, and Cena falls on the ground. Vicky Guerrero comes out with a chair, and then AJ comes out, does the shoulder bumps, and then an awkward fire. I don't know, whatever, the fireman carry slam thing that Cena does. And then she does a 5-knuckle shuffle to Vicky. Cena starts climbing the ladder, and then AJ pushes Cena off the ladder. Dolph Ziggler goes in the ring, hits the super kick to Cena. Dolph climbs the ladder and gets the briefcase, and then he wins. That was good. Good match. 3.5 stars. Yeah, that sounds right. 3.5 stars. So overall, this was a good pay-per-view. I give it about a 7.5. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and if you check out the pay-per-view whenever you can, especially check out the TLC match with not 3MB, I don't know what I'm saying, with the TLC match with Team Unknown Ryback versus The Shield. That's the one I recommend the most. And I guess you could check out the Money in the Bank match, because I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, that's all for me. That's all for now, and that's all. I'm McDonald. Yoknicks. Peace out, my brothers.